Hey guys, I'm back today with a double stamper here from Hit the Bottle Polish. So this is an extra large stamper and it comes with a little scraper. I love that. I love the little cute adorable little scrapers. And the packaging on this is just so adorable, I can't even handle it. The stamper itself is two stampers in one. And it's built so that both ends here have lids on them, which is always nice, I think, to protect the clear stampers. And as you can see, the barrels are absolutely 100% gorgeously clear from like pretty much any angle that you want to try to stamp from. So what you end up getting here is, this is like the barrel of a normal XL clear stamper. So we are looking at 1.5 inches across in diameter, and that translates to 4 centimeters. So the same size as other XL stampers, and of course the bottom one is the same size as well. This has an end on it, so you don't have to worry when this is assembled about stuff getting dirty here. But you do have to worry, make sure you don't do stupid things like I do, like set this down on a glob of polish there, and then you've got polish and it's not clear anymore. Because yes, I have done that, and it's not fun. It is a bit sticky. I'm not sure if you can kind of see the pull there on my finger because it's not super sticky, but it is a little bit sticky, and it's definitely squishy. Squishy. And the same thing here. I don't feel a difference in the squishiness or the stickiness here. So the main difference here that you get between the two is this gives you kind of this full barrel grip, and this gives you less of a grip to grip on, but for some plates, especially for some images, you want that kind of flexibility to be able to flick it a little bit more easily. So there are definitely some plates when I kind of want to get in there closer down and dirty, and then there are other plates with other images that are bigger that I kind of want more control with. So I definitely like having that option. I think it's nice to have as many options as you can. I do a lot of decals, like reversed stamping, where I stamp on here and apply directly, so having more stamping heads is always a plus for me. I've seen some of these that have like gemstones in the bottom, and I don't really get kind of what the point of having a clear stamper is with gemstones in the bottom, so I'm glad that she did not do that, because even though I love myself some bling for sure, I just don't think this is the right place for it. Another positive about the shorter barrel is like the visibility is absolutely 100%. It's like almost impossible to not be able to see what you're doing, especially with that shorter barrel. My light source is kind of messing around a little bit, but like you can see. I personally feel like with these, with the clear barrels and everything, it's really hard not to be able to find a good angle to figure out where you're stamping either way. So yeah, so I can see how that's just even that much more easy to see exactly what you're doing. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, in terms of priming, what I've always been told, I've never personally primed a clear stamper, I've never had to, and I've always heard people say that you shouldn't. The only thing you really should have to do is wash it in dish soapy water. So take a little bit of dish soap in your water, get it nice and bubbly, wash this off, let it air dry. And that's the only thing I've ever needed to do if it gets a little bit dirty or, you know, whatever for any reason. And I've really only ever had to do that like once, and that was because I dropped it. All right, so let's test it out and let's see how these do. So for my tester, I'm going to use Uber Chic Beauty Plate 2501, and we're just going to put it through its paces here. And of course, I am going to use Hit the Bottle Polishes stamping polishes, and we're going to try out this little scraper. So adorable. So we're going to be playing around with, this is Make Mine a Mudslide, which I love, Topelessly Devoted, great name, and Moonshine, which, by the way, this is like a cross between a white and a silver. It's this gorgeous pearly white that shows up even over black, and I adore it. So yeah, a little plug for that. So for fine line, let's go ahead and try this image, and I'm going to do Make Mine a Mudslide over some white. And you can see that's just a perfect image. It does not get better than that. I'm trying to do it so you can see. I messed the stamp up a little bit because, so I messed up a little bit there when I was trying to stamp on camera, but you can see that other than my mess up, gorgeous transfer. And whenever I clean off, I just clean off with a piece of tape like that. I've been doing it for years with my clear stampers, and it just works beautifully because you don't want to put acetone on a clear stamper. Same image, same polish, but this is the short barrel stamper, and again you can see that that image is just beautiful. Stamp it on. You can see how beautifully you can see that as you're doing what you're doing there. Gorgeous transfer. So, you know, no difference unless you want to argue that the short barrel made it easier for me to not make that mistake, which is, you know, it's very possible. It could just be because I always, you know, things are always a little bit more challenging when you're trying to make them visible on camera. But you know, I guess that's a good reason to potentially try out that shorter barrel to see if it does give you more control like that. Okay, to test out bigger areas, let's try this negative space one here, and I'm going to do this first with Hopelessly Devoted. First with the big barrel. Just perfect. Make sure that you guys can see that before polish dries there. And see, you can see nice and squishy. Fits beautifully. Just a gorgeous image. Oh, I love those two colors together. I have to do a manicure with those. Let's do that same image with Moonshine, and we're going to stamp it over black. Alright, good image. So press this on down here. And so first of all, look at that gorgeous image with that shorter barrel. Second of all, how beautiful is that over black? Seriously, that is just so impressive. So both of these just work beautifully. Gorgeous images, great visibility, and of course these polishes are awesome. I really love having both of those ends that I can, you know, do reverse stamping or whatever with without having to dig for a second stamper. And also, I forget a lot of the time to clean my stamper between images when I'm doing a full mani. So if I make that mistake, rather than having to, you know, mess up and ruin a scrape that I did, I can just grab the second head. And they don't take up any more space in wherever you store them. So I love that aspect of it too. So yeah, I definitely think, I expect good quality from Hit the Bottle. All of her polishes I just adore, so I'm not surprised that this is great quality, and I will link it on down below. And by the way, the 3 polishes that I used, these are also those same 3 polishes in a gradient there. So check out the stamper, check out the polishes, I'll link down below, and thank you for watching. But I can see how this could make it just even that much more easy for you to be able to see what you're doing when the light is not reflecting off of the surface as you're trying to film. Really? Come on.